Hello, my name is Maddox Rose, and today I will be presenting on why we should use GMOs, not fear them, but instead embrace them. I'm qualified to speak on such topics because of my several years working on a farm, uh, 2 years as an FFA officer, and the many hours I've spent researching this topic. We live in a world where food security is a growing concern. With a rapidly increasing global population, environmental challenges, and the ongoing fight against malnutrition. We must embrace new technologies that can help solve these issues. One such solution is genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. GMOs are safe, effective, and essential in addressing some of the most pressing challenges of our time, such as feeding the world, protecting our environment, and improving public health. Today, I'm here to persuade you that GMOs should not only be accepted, but embraced. First, let's talk about how GMOs help feed a growing population. According to the United Nations, by 2050, the world will need 60% more food to feed the 9 billion people projected to live on Earth. This presents a monumental challenge. However, GMOs like corn and cotton are already increasing crop yields and reducing losses caused by pest and disease. These crops have been significantly engineered to resist pest and produce much more food with fewer resources. In developing countries where food scarcity is a daily reality, GMOs are helping increase food access and farmer income by improving crop production and reducing the need for expensive chemical inputs. This technology is critical for feeding not just wealthy nations, but also the millions, almost billions of people in developing countries who need it the most. Second, GMOs are safe and have been heavily researched. There's a lot of fear and confusion surrounding GMOs, but let me assure you, they are safe. For over 20 years, scientists have conducted rigorous studies to evaluate safety of genetically modified organisms for human health. Over 1,000 studies have confirmed that genetically modified organisms are no more risky to human health than conventional crops. Trusted organizations like the World Health Organization, or WHO, the National Academy of Sciences, the American Medical Association, and the FDA all agree that genetically modified organisms are extremely safe for consumption. In fact, more than 90% of U.S. crops like corn, soybeans, and cotton are genetically modified. And after decades of consumption, there have been no reported health problems caused by genetically modified organisms. The science is extremely clear. Genetically modified organisms are as safe as any other food we consume. Third, GMOs help reduce environmental harm. One of the greatest benefits of genetically modified organisms is their ability to reduce environmental damage. Crops that are resistant to pests, like cotton, have reduced the need for chemical pesticides. In fact, a meta-analysis published on PLOS1 shows that the use of pest-resistant crops has reduced pesticide use by an average of 37%. This reduction in pesticide use means fewer chemicals in the environment, much healthier soil, and much less harm to wildlife. Additionally, GMO crops such as drought-resistant corn can help conserve water, an increasingly scarce resource with the lowering of the water table. with climate change making weather patterns less predictable. Crops that can thrive in drier climates are much more important than ever. Finally, genetically modified organisms have the potential to improve human health. Genetic modification isn't just about increasing yields, it's also about improving the nutritional value of food. Take golden rice, for example. This genetically modified rice contains higher levels of vitamin A, which is critical in preventing blindness in children, particularly in developing countries. Another example is the development of iron rich bananas, which could be used to combat iron deficiency and anemia, conditions that affect millions of people worldwide. Genetically modified organisms are also being developed to provide key micronutrients, tackling global health issues in ways that were once unimaginable. In conclusion, genetically modified organisms feed more people, are proven safe, protect the environment, and fight malnutrition. If you value feeding the world, supporting science, and protecting the environment, then supporting genetically modified organisms is the logical choice.